question.
So the answer is yes.
Yeah,
okay.
You're right. You got me.
I heard you're playing pickleball tomorrow somewhere in the state of Florida.
No, I'm going to be at another racetrack. Getting ready.
Oh, okay. So the arm, like, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's helping me get ready.
Right, okay. Let's introduce you to the field of bandoleros because I believe that's what's up next. Brad hasn't told us any different. James Faulkner, TJ Moon, your front row. They have been putting on the show all week long. Blake Crooms, local kid, really impressed me this week. He's got a lot of speed in that bandit car.
Oh, yeah.
Hudson Ruff, Mandy Lee, Samantha McDonald, Addison Martinez, Joseph Weiss, Lily Wynott, and Sadie Parsons, along with Christopher Flynn and Addison Vino, your field of 12 scheduled starters.
And Tim, can I say this is a big female presence I've seen here.
Yes.
It's been really good, and the females have been really kicking it to the male drivers as well.
Yeah, absolutely. TJ Moon and James Faulkner have been the class of the field, but then you've got the 14 of Samantha McDonald picked up a podium earlier this week. Sadie Parsons has had a lot of speed. Lily Wynott still trying to figure out that race car a little bit. Addison Martinez has had a ton of speed, just not the finishes to show for what she has had on the racetrack. Addison Vino, one of our beginners as well. A lot of the female kids coming up through, and Mandy Lee in the 41 as well from Fredericton, New Brunswick. This is going to be a great little feature as they get into line and get ready for their 20-lap feature, final feature of the week for the Showdown Series. And TJ Moon, we've seen TJ race numerous times and picked up a couple of wins here, picked up a couple of wins summer shootout last year.
Oh, yeah.
Has won all over, right?
And I'm going to say, I think that 9-car TJ, he's been really impressive to watch, all through last year and even going into this year. I think he had 30-something wins last year. And he's been really impressive to watch, and I think he's going to do a lot of big things coming up here in this season and even looking into the future, what he's got going on.
The 007 of James Faulkner, we obviously know he has speed as a bandit driver, drivers 12 and under for that bandit division, and I'm not surprised by the speed he's had this week.
Oh, yeah.
But compared to where the Outlaws are, where TJ Moon is and a couple of others, he has shown that he can step up and compete with these drivers as the field gets ready to come to green through 3 and 4. Dylan's got the green flag in hand, getting ready to display it. Final feature of the week for the Bandoleros. It's round number 6, and we're underway.
Faulkner got a good shot on the start there on TJ.
And TJ's going to dive it right back down to the inside like he was standing still. TJ Moon's back to the lead. That was impressive.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, TJ pulled a good move there, and he's starting to get a little racy.
We've got 1 and 2 that is spun around, and that is, she's going the wrong way. That's Addison Vino. Oh. I said last night, and I know where Uncle Jordan is watching from home, Vino's Truck and Auto does a lot of landscaping in Nova Scotia. She did a little landscaping job helping Rex over there in turn 4 last night. But hopefully she can keep it on the racetrack for the remaining 20 laps. We did not complete a lap there, so it is a complete restart. Vino at the back of the field, and we'll try this one more time.
Hopefully that choose cone doesn't get hit like it did last night.
Yeah, and they were told in the drivers' meeting to take it easy on the choose cone.
Thank you.
Yes. So they've been warned in the meeting earlier tonight from Brad Hockaday. But the 007 is the control car. We saw TJ Moon with a great run on that last one. Blake Crooms in the 32 has been impressive all week long, one of our local drivers from the state of Florida. This is a 20-lap Bandolero contest, and we're back underway.
A little bit better restart there for TJ. Gets it side by side going into turn 1.
And Faulkner to the inside. Mandy Lee in the 41 trying to take 4th away from Hudson Ruff as TJ Moon falls into the slipstream of the 007. TJ's looking back to the inside. Yellow.
We got 2 around in 4th. Yeah.
Those are our 2 drivers that began as beginners this week. Joseph Weiss in the 34 and Addison Vino in the 11. Going to bring out that yellow flag for the second time here in this one. They'll tag on at the back of the field. So a slower start to this Bandolero feature.
And props for the 2 beginners out there that have decided to move up. You know, I know it takes a lot of courage and guts to be able to race just in the beginners alone, but now you're taking off that restrictor plate, and now you're basically running wide open with the rest of them.
The 34 showed a lot of speed. As we'll take a look here at the replay. We'll look at the back of this field, and Weiss by themselves and Vino around as well trying to avoid. So That will bring the yellow flag out. We did complete a lap. The choose cone is out on the back straightaway. And
it survived.
It's like on Facebook when you're marked safe from a, something going on. The choose cone has been marked safe from Lily Wynot.
Interesting.
I can make fun of her. She's from my home track at Scotia Speed World. I know I'm going to hear it in May.
Interesting to see. Mandy Lee chose the outside on this restart.
There's been a couple of kids this week that can hold that outside line. This is round number 6. They've had a couple of races here, so some of these drivers trying to put what they have learned to good use. Green flag flies. Not the start that they wanted to on the outside for Mandy Lee, but TJ Moon, James Faulkner battling it out for the lead.
And it's called back, and we got one around.
Oh, Hudson, where are you going?
I'm guessing our race director didn't like that too much.
Probably not the best of restarts.
Are we going to see a naughty no-no stick shaken? Looks like it's not.
It might not be a stick. It might be a stern warning from Brad Hockaday on the radio.
Yeah, that's fair. I know he'll coach them in the right direction.
Absolutely. They'll find their spot in the right position. Coming up after this is the Mighty TQ Midget Heats. And then we'll dive into some more features, legend cars, and the rest of the compliment. Did you see who's driving the 13 legend car tonight?
I talked to him this past Saturday, and I was like, when are you going to get in the legend car again? And he was like, I have no plans to anytime soon. So I'm surprised to see him in one. But I think it's even better that his son beat him in qualifying.
His son beat him last night, and Ayrton told me in Victory Lane the old man is slow. And that's what he is.
Well.
National champion, everything. Sometimes he gets that. He's almost to the golden master age.
Oh, yeah.
I think he just turned 60 last week. I think he's got his senior discount now. But him and Rose Borntrigger and Jake Baker, that whole GNL team's been back and forth. So that is going to be a doozy when we go legend car feature racing as we get the drivers back in line.
I will say I talked to Tim, and I told him that he needs to come back out and defend what's rightfully his and go after Josh Mullins. But, there's surprises, I'm sure.
He said that he doesn't think he's going to race next week, but once you get that bug, it's kind of hard to get rid of it.
Usually when he says he doesn't think he will, odds are it's probably going to turn into, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, something's going to change.
I don't know. Depending on how he does against the sun tonight, maybe that'll determine what happens.
It might. Choose cone out on the back straightaway. As we will re-choose on this restart. The 007 of Faulkner will be the first to the line. Where does TJ Moon go? Goes to the inside. Top 3 to the inside. First one out is Hudson Ruff. Looks like Martinez and Why Not go to the outside.
Looks like Mandy deciding that she wants to stick to the inside. Maybe just didn't get the start that she wanted, and probably just said that she wants to go to the bottom this time.
And they are already bumper to bumper down the front straightaway.
I can only imagine what Hockaday is saying right now. I don't even need to have a receiver in, and I'm sure I could probably tell you what he's saying.
Well, the 007 is going to be the control car, the 83 of Hudson Ruff to the outside. Ruff has been on a sugar diet this week, is what he told me earlier. Very energetic individual behind the wheel of the 83 as they come this time to the green flag. Back underway. The 007 of Faulkner got a great start. TJ Moon looking to the inside. They're almost free. Hudson's looking to the outside. TJ Moon's looking to the inside. And Faulkner trying to fend off both.
And it's going to be really hard. I think Faulkner can probably pull it off. He has a good enough car, but he's going to fall to the bottom side. I was going to say, if he's stuck on that outside, I think it's going to be pretty hard to beat TJ.
Hudson Ruff and Blake Crooms have had a couple of battles back and forth, 2 bandit drivers. Ruff got a spot on Crooms for the final podium position back on Thursday. Crooms has got a couple of trophies for himself as well. That's going to be a great battle. And again, Addison Martinez has had all the speed this week. She just hasn't had the finishes to show for it. She's in 5th, knocking on the door of a podium run.
Yeah, I think if she, I'm just watching her and watching the cars in front of her. I think if she, settles into a good rhythm here, I think she could probably catch them. And with the way that 3rd and 4th are running, the way that they're basically just racing each other, it's going to allow her to probably catch up here.
Battle for position number 3 on the line. Blake Crooms looking to the inside of the 83 of Hudson Ruff, and they're going to get close down into turn number 2. They drag race down the back straightaway And the Crooms, number 32, looking to go to position number 3 on the Dohertys right away. Number 83 of Hudson Ruff. He goes wide, and here comes Addison Martinez.
Just like I said, one mistake, and here comes Addison. She's catching up pretty good. And, boy.
Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Bumper detached on the 83, bumper detached on the 41.
Wholesale bumpers.
Yeah. Those are 2 New Brunswick drivers as well. Mandy Lee's moved down to the Charlotte area to pursue her racing career. Hudson Ruff as Tegan Dempsey. I just saw Tegan off the top of the shot there looking over the 83. They're going to probably go down and find a bumper for that race car.
I got to talk to the Mandy's mom and dad here over the last year, and his dad's a really cool guy. I still question you Canadians, but it is what it is.
We'll take a look at the replay. Addison Vino's going a lap down in the 11 to the inside. Oh, up the hill, just barely tags the 83.
Yeah.
And Mandy Lee tried to use her Bando as a monster truck. It's not the way you're supposed to drive it, but I digress. I haven't been in a Bandolero, so I guess I really can't comment on that.
It looks like the 11 may have just maybe gotten a little too tight and just pushed up the track into the 83 of Ruff.
And this 3 wide coming here, we're going to back this up for a moment. Addison Martinez does a great job, by the way, avoiding.
And typically 3 wide in the Bando doesn't work. But
and Hudson's got a head of steam here. He's not expecting the 11 to come up the hill.
Looks like just coming together in one area, and that's usually what happens when you go for one area.
And then watch this 3 wide coming through here. They're already battling behind for this position.
Oh.
Great. I don't think Lily got her.
And if she did, maybe that's why the rear bumper on the 41 is detached?
Potentially.
And I'm sure the work area is going to be pretty busy.
Yep, there goes the 41. There goes the 83. Should be so Mandy Lee is turning towards the racetrack again. Hudson went the other way towards his pit. There's no technical hot pit area here, so I'm sure Brad's going to give them a moment or two to try to figure out if they can come back on the racetrack or not.
I was going to say, is John Kelly out there watching to make sure those bumpers get attached appropriately?
Oh, John Kelly, Tech Inspector of the Year, is back in the pit area. I actually do have, I believe Randy brought me a John Kelly special.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know that John Kelly has something named after him?
Is it that smash burger you're talking about?
It's the smash burger.
Wow.
Yep. He's been raving about that all week long. So I'm excited to dive in after we get TQ heats done. Okay. So we're going to choose here. They've got 2 laps in the pit area. Why not's going to go to the outside. Addison Martinez to the outside. And the 5 of Flynn going to go up top. So they have 2 laps from here, Bubbles, to get back onto the racetrack to rejoin the field. And I believe it'll be end of the longest line for the 83 and the 41 should they get back in time.
Now, Tim.
Yep.
I know you're a fan of dad jokes. I'm sure Purdue over here is also a very big fan of dad jokes. Tim.
Yep.
What kind of drink can be bitter and sweet?
I don't know.
Reel it tea. And the fact that
I'm glad you're on the flag stand next week and not.
And the fact that Purdue has at least cracked a smile, I know that's my benchmark.
I think he might just be humoring you.
Oh.
Here comes the 41 back to the racetrack.
Anyway, let's go back to racing, shall we?
Mandy Lee, bumper back on that race car. Haven't seen Hudson Ruff come out yet, but we're getting ready to come back to the green flag, I do believe. Well, caution's still displayed out there, so maybe they've seen the 83 make the way close.
Hey, Tim, I got one more joke for you.
Oh, do you?
What would the Terminator be called in his retirement?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
The X-Terminator. May not be as funny, but it gets the point across. Anyway, I think we're probably going to go 1 to go. Maybe. I saw Brad put his hand on his face, so either he heard me and was not amused by the joke, or he's just wanting to go back racing, one of the two. Or both.
One of the two. It might be both. We haven't seen Hudson Ruff come back out onto the racetrack. I know might have found something else wrong with that race car when it was in there. A tough break for the driver from Long Reach. As we get ready to come back to the green flag, 007 and James Faulkner. I'm interested to see what Addison Martinez can do. Addison has had speed all week long as they go side by side. TJ Moon lines up alongside Lily Wynot with Blake Crooms and Christopher Flynn.
And they're already
Your
on the
top
bumpers
6.
of each other, so this is going to boat well.
Absolutely. These kids are getting ready to go back to racing. Green flag back out.
Faulkner, another good start going into turn 1 with TJ right behind him.
TJ Moon going to move to position number 2. Addison Martinez into third. Behind, it's McDonald and Wynot wheel to wheel for the spot. Great run early for Lily Wynot in the 2. I know she struggled a little bit this week, but good to see her up here battling for a top 5 position.
And you mentioned Martinez not getting the runs that she's wanting right now. She's looking in a favorable position, especially if Faulkner and Moon can get that race on. It's going to allow everyone else to catch up again.
Crooms has had a lot of speed this week. Looking at position number 3 on Addison Martinez. Martinez in that redhead racing ride trying to hold on for the final podium position. Crooms in the 32 just in behind as these kids continue to put on a show. The 32 of Crooms trying to get by Martinez.
And it looks like Martinez kind of washes up the track. It's going to allow Crooms to get to the inside. Well, maybe not.
Crooms right there, little contact, and sends Martinez around.
And into the wall.
And to the wall. And Addison is not very happy.
Not going to be exchanging Valentine gifts this year.
No. Addison is... It's a good thing we don't have in-car audio.
Yeah.
I feel like she's probably not happy.
She's probably just telling him how great of a driver he is. Maybe.
We'll go with that.
It's like the back part of the car is pushed in on Martinez. Maybe not a lot of damage.
Take a look at the replay here, and we saw it live. We'll show it to you one more time on SeriesShowdown.com. And the 32 just cooks it maybe a little bit too hot into the corner, gets into the back, and right there.
I don't think was maybe not expecting Martinez, or no, maybe Crooms just drove it in there a little further than what he's normally been trying to do, and looks like he was just going for that hole, and Martinez just closed it right up.
And that will bring out the caution flag. Looks like the cleanup almost completed down there in turn number 4. Oh, that one's bent up.
Maybe it's been worse for wear. And I'm sure the Redhead team is probably going to be looking at that car.
As AJ was looking at that car, he's going to put out the cone.
Looks like Martinez took the left in the pit area, so maybe they're going to work on it for a second.
Redhead is right behind us, right behind that grandstand. So if she's turning left, they're anticipating her to come back onto the racetrack. Choose cone is out. Faulkner going to go to the inside. TJ Moon outside. Sam McDonald, Lily Wynot inside. Weiss outside. It's going to shake up the field with those couple of drivers that were running in the top 5.
How about this? TJ Moon at the outside. I was not expecting that. I figured with how strong he's been on the inside, he'd just keep it there, but maybe he has something up there that no one else maybe has.
Samantha McDonald going to move to position number 3. Lily Wynot to her back bumper. Sadie Parsons back there as well. Weiss in the 34 to the outside, beginner winner earlier this week.
How about Weiss outside row 2? I'm really surprised. I'm really happy to see a beginner up there in the top, what is it, 5? 3,
Yep.
top 4, top 5. So
has had a lot of speed this week, as you mentioned, removed the plate and hasn't missed a beat except for that early spin just a few moments ago. But we wait to see if Martinez and the Redhead Racing car heads back to the racetrack. I know Chris East is back there, big supporter of the Winter Showdown, so we want to thank Chris and everything that he does to help us here. As
knowing Chris East, I'm sure he's got a sledgehammer going if he hasn't already.
Between him and Robert Lee, I'm sure there's that is, if we were putting together a tag team, Chris East, Robert Lee.
Looks like they're getting the one to go signal.
And next time by, we'll be going back racing. Do not see Martinez coming up the hill, so it might be the event for the 13, unless they can get it back up the hill here. The 007 is James Faulkner. The 9 is TJ Moon. Tucked up tight through 3 and 4. We're halfway through this Bandolero contest, and we're back underway.
How about this? That's probably the first time I've seen someone on the outside be able to stay double file with James going out of 2.
Battle for position number 4. Oh, trouble. Big hit for Mandy Lee. Lily Wynot involved, and that will draw the caution.
tough break from Mandy Lee. She's been having such a strong week, and even this race has been strong. Just, I didn't see what happened there, but unfortunate.
I caught it into the corner of my eye. They were 3. And then
there's a Why Not pulling off from the grass.
We're going to have a long view of this one through the speed shot. As I believe, walking into our shot right now, stand by before we go to replay. There he is. Tech Inspector of the Year, John Kelly's on the racetrack.
Extraordinaire.
Yes. As we take a look at the replay to see what brought out our caution. That's still John Kelly up there.
Looking good over there. Working hard.
And here we go. And it's already happened there. Lock that up right there. So this clump that comes in here on the right-hand side of the screen bubbles is 3 wide already. Right there. I think that's when the 2 and the 41 might have got together. Parsons now down to the inside. And with these bumpers, they're not completely straight. There's that little bend at the end, and if you hook those bumpers.
I was going to say, if they hook bumpers, that's probably what caused that. Other than we can't really make out what happened there. But if I had to guess, it probably had been they may have hooked going 3 wide. There goes Why Not.
Oh, Hudson Ruff's back. They must have gave him a cookie or something in the pits, give him a little bit of sugar, and get him back out onto the racetrack.
So my question is, John Kelly does not have the fire suit on tonight. His space suit.
That is next week.
Oh, yeah,
John
you're
Kelly
right.
just gave the thumbs up. Either that's the smash burgers are pristine over there, or we need a hook from Andy Lee. And I think it's number 2.
Signaling for a hook.
Yes. So we will send either here comes the local Auburndale Speedway team out to assist. I see some of the redhead folks over there. The Bradleys are over
Kids
there.
are over there, yeah. Such hard workers are Jacob and Kayla. They really bust their tails day in and day out to get their team as strong as they can get. And I know with the amount of cars they have and the amount of people that they have, it's truly amazing to see what they can do.
One of the Bradley boys has a roll of tape in their hand.
Oh, boy. That's never a good sign.
So they will hook that one up.
Now, we saw John Kelly walk off. Do you think he's going to get another smash burger?
No, he is tagged in AJ as Mandy Lee is out of the car, folks. The driver from Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. Not going to end the way that they want it to. As they will hook that thing up, and we will be... I didn't see the 2 car come in. It must not have a whole lot of damage on that 2 car.
Looks like the 83 is back into the center. Looks like he's maybe taking it out.
Hudson is going to head back to the pits, and that might be the event for Mr. Ruff. They've got a long night ahead. He keeps telling me that that team, him and legend car driver Tegan Dempsey, have been staying up till 2:30 in the morning watching Netflix.
I'm at that age now where bedtime calls me at about 10 o'clock.
I haven't seen 2:30 a.m. in a very long time.
Yeah.
I've got producer Purdue hooked on Ted.
Such a good show. Yeah. I will say it's such a good show. It's not a family show. That's all I can say.
It is a way to relieve the stress and the little bit of comedy at the end of the evening. But they're gonna get Mandy back into that car. Are they gonna flat tow this?
So, Tim, I got another joke for you since, I got to stuff up with these. You got to get you prepared for this upcoming week. I got to make sure you and Lenny are taken care of.
Go ahead.
So, my wife asked me to go get 6 cans of Sprite from the grocery store. I realized when I got home that I only picked 7 Up.
Yeah, Randy's right. That was your best one.
You got to make sure you write these down. You want me to send them to you to make sure that you're stocked up?
I'm sure my messenger's going to light up with all these here. We got the flat toe going on. We've got producer Purdue on the camera. What a crowd we got here tonight.
Yeah.
Yes. Great group here on a Saturday night. Auburndale Speedway back in action next week, by the way, on Saturday. The SRL Sportsman Series scheduled to start earlier this season at the Freedom Factory. It got washed out, so the season opener for the SRL Sportsman Series here 1 week time next Saturday. Pro Trucks, I believe, are on the card for 50 laps as well, and then a slew of local divisions as well. If you can't make it to the racetrack, Pit Row TV will have that one as well, a member of the Speed Sport TV family.
And you can't ask for a better weather. It's, what is it, the 80s here today?
Don't tempt the weather gods. They
and it looks like we're going to green, single file.
So the field has worked through 3 and 4, and the green flag is out.
How about this, Samantha McDonald in third?
Samantha McDonald in third, Weiss in fourth. And then the battle resumes in behind. Yeah.
TJ got such a good entrance in the 3, and it looks like James is able to pull him off the corners, but all his entries, TJ is able to close it up.
The 9 of TJ Moon, couple of car lengths in behind the 007 of James Faulkner as they come out of corner number 4. Battle in behind Samantha McDonald trying to hold on. She said earlier this week this is probably going to be her final Bandolero week, final Bandolero race. They head back up to the cold and the snow on Monday as she's got a great run going in position number 3 here behind this battle for the lead.
How about give a shout out to Weiss in fourth. Again, still able to hold his own without that restrictor plate on. I've been really impressed to see how he's come along.
Absolutely. Battle for the lead continues to heat up. The 9 of TJ Moon putting that pressure on the 007 as the field behind comes out of corner number 4. Leaders on the back straightaway. They'll come back by this time to 5 laps to go.
TJ, I have a feeling he's going to apply the pressure really hard to James. He's going to make sure Faulkner does not get this win easily.
They are going to put on a show for this one. TJ Moon and James Faulkner both want to end the Winter Showdown on a high note. Only one of them can hold that checkered flag. 4 laps to go for the 007 of James Faulkner. Down the back straightaway into corner number 3. The 9 of TJ Moon continues to look. They'll come up on Addison Vino to put her a lap down. 3 laps remaining on this one. Samantha McDonald going to have company in a bit with Crooms in position number 3, but they're running out of time. They'll come down here through 3 and 4 this time and see the sticks. 2 to go. What does TJ Moon have to do here?
He's going to have to drive it hard and drive it quick. You know, you don't want to drive through the car in front of you, but you want to put the pressure on to make the driver in front of you slip up just enough to be able to make it happen. 007
of Faulkner. The control car here in this one. Offense being played by TJ Moon at the white flag. Caution,
and
never mind.
1 around and 2. That's Weiss.
Weiss around from position number 5.
And nothing to hang his head on. He, you know, again, a beginner being able to hold top 5 for basically the whole feature has been a feat in itself. And, you know, him spinning out, you know, it's all about learning. It's all about learning.
We did not take the white flag, so we will have a green-white checker finish to determine the winner on this one.
And this brings everybody back together. And this could give a big push for McDonald to be able to get in there.
Samantha McDonald was under pressure. If somebody didn't want to see the caution, it was probably Samantha McDonald because Crooms was closing in on the late laps of that one. Sadie Parsons going to be in 5th in this one. Christopher Flynn and Lily Wynot going to figure it out at the back of the field as well. But this is going to be a race to the finish. Final race for the Bandoleros for the Winter Showdown. And it's really a kickoff for the season. Yeah, they ran Winter Heat at Charlotte and Chili Willy and, you know, a couple of other events across the country. As they will come to the choose this time. This is going to be a critical choose. Top 2 choose inside. Sam goes to the outside. Flynn and Wynot to the outside.
And you got to think, what's going through not only the mind of TJ and Samantha, but what are you thinking James is thinking about right now. What is he thinking he's got to do to hold off these hard chargers coming to another restart as TJ's already on the rear bumper trying to make sure he's ready to go.
Top 2 on the inside line have been the class of the field. Samantha McDonald going to try to pick their pocket here and pick up a win as they are already
I have a feeling Brad's not liking the look of this so far.
working through 3 and 4. Here they come to the green flag.
And again, Faulkner with a good jump on the restart. That's going to allow TJ to slide right in there. Samantha falls right back into where she was.
Down the back straightaway, they will come to the white flag this time. Final lap.
If TJ is going to go for it, he's going to probably throw moves with that car that you probably don't see a whole lot. He may throw it hard into 3, hoping it sticks.
Is he going to ship it in down to turn number 3?
Oh, he did, but not enough. Faulkner picks up the victory in the final night.
James Faulkner comes out of the car the winner. Getting the helmet and the Hans off, and we'll get a couple of words with the driver of the 007. Come on over here, James. Finishing off the week with a win and a late race restart. How were the nerves in that race car knowing TJ was right there?
Wow! Yeehaw, baby. Well, it was nerve-wracking, man. He was all over my tail. He's quick, man. We were going in that race here. He was going in, and I was going in, and those last 2 laps, and I was like, oh man, I gotta drive the car fast this time. I gotta get it. And I was driving into the corner, and I was just thanking Jesus that I'm even racing this little thing, because there's so many kids that wish they could be racing these things but don't get to. So I'm so blessed. And I want to thank my Lord Jesus Christ for dying on the cross for my sins so I could be forgiven, and so everybody could be forgiven. And I hope and I pray that each and every one of you will accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, and that he died on the cross for your sins. And I also want to say, I want to pray for our country right now, because right now our country is not going in the right place that I wish it would be going in. And I hope that our rightful president, Donald J. Trump, will get back in office.
I think the grandstand agrees. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
It's been a great week for James Faulkner, and how about this guy right here, TJ Moon? I know it's not the finish that you want to close off, but it's another solid podium run.
Yeah, James is really fast. I wish that late race restart went my way. I'd like to thank all my sponsors: Simpson, Whaley Food Service, Redhead Racing, Pine Tree Food Equipment, GTA Overhead Doors, Dean Hanscom Heating. Thanks to everyone coming out the crowd. Good job, Sam.
Good way starting off the oval season. Congratulations.
Thank you.
As TJ Moon, and over here to Samantha McDonald. Well, it's a third-place effort. It battle at the end of that. Talk about getting this car up to position number 3.
I think I took a chance going on the outside there at the end, but last 2 laps, so I had nothing to lose.
Is this the final race in the Bando?
Yeah, today was the last night.
So it's a good way to come out with a third-place trophy, and had a podium finish earlier in the week. So overall, are you happy with the week?
Yeah, definitely very happy to end off my Bando racing here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is Samantha McDonald, folks. Give it up for your top three in the Bandolero division.